Welcome to the Deep Dive, the place where we take stacks of high-grade research and distill the critical intelligence you need to be truly well-informed. Today, we're actually traveling back in time, back to the first few really critical months of the pandemic.
Hmm.
Because before all the mask mandates, before the vaccines, there was this crucial moment when scientists realized that our initial understanding of how SARS-CoV-2 spread was fundamentally wrong.
Dangerously wrong, really.
Exactly. And today, we are diving into the source material that helped correct the record.
Our source for this deep dive is it's a extremely high-impact piece of virology. It was published in Nature back in April of 2020,
So really early.
incredibly early, and it detailed the virological assessment of 9 hospitalized COVID-19 patients in Munich, Germany. This was some of the first raw, detailed data we had.
And the mission here is, I think, so important for anyone who wants to understand how all of this unfolded. You want to know the key difference between this new virus and its cousin, SARS-CoV from
Right.
2003. We need to understand where SARS-CoV-2 actively replicates, when you're most infectious, and, what that timing means for why this thing was just so much harder to contain.
And it's important to stress the quality of this study's cohort. All 9 patients were young to middle-aged professionals.
So not the most severe cases we'd see later on.
Not at all. They all had comparatively mild clinical courses, and crucially, they were all linked. The researchers knew how they got infected, which avoids the usual bias of just studying the sickest people who show up late to the hospital.
Oh, they ruled out everything else right. No flu, no common colds.
That's right. No co-infections. This was a clean, pure look at how SARS-CoV-2 behaves right at the start. It's exactly what you need to see how the virus, establishes its first beachhead.
Okay, so let's jump right into the central finding, because for me, this is the scientific pivot point for the whole early pandemic response.
It really is.
With the 2003 SARS virus, SARS-CoV, everyone thought of it as a lower respiratory tract infection. It went deep into the lungs.
Right, because that's where its target receptor, ACE2, was most heavily expressed. And that deep lung preference actually, it created a kind of biological speed bump for containment.
A speed bump. How so?
Well, with the first SARS, people only became really infectious after they were already profoundly sick. They were usually in the hospital coughing up sputum from their lungs.
You could see the danger coming.
You could, but SARS-CoV-2 it completely bypassed that speed bump. What did this Munich study prove about where the new virus was setting up shop?
It provided clear physical proof of active virus replication in the tissues of the upper respiratory tract.
So the throat, the nose.
Exactly, the throat and the nasal pharynx. This just fundamentally redrew the map of the disease. The virus had a staging ground right where the air flows in and out.
And the amount of virus they found there was it's hard to overstate.
Yeah, let's really pause on that number.